Hey, Marcus. I just want to start with that play in the eighth inning. First of all, how much of that is instinct right off the bat there, and then when your kind of momentum is carrying you backwards, are you thinking just get that ball over on a hop, or is it just your body carrying you that way that made the throw go that way?
Yeah, it's all in the moment, man. It's all reaction, to be honest. Like I said, I always do everything I can in the weight room to keep my athleticism, and when I'm out there, I just kind of let everything flow. So I caught it, which I thought I was going to catch it. I didn't know, and then once I felt it in my hand, I already had my momentum all the way going to third, and I figured rather than just stopping and planning, I figured just get it over there as quick as possible and give it enough time for Pete to kind of find the base. So it worked out perfectly, man. Pete made a great stretch to kind of get him.
Rojas has talked a lot recently about how your added repertoire has just really allowed you to elevate your game even more. In your mind, how much does that north-south element that you have with the four seam up and that split change, how much does that expand what you're able to do against these batters?
I think it does a lot, but to be honest with you, I only threw one four-seamer today, and I only threw probably 4 or 5 splits. My bread and butter is my sinker, my cutter, my slider as well, and that's something I always pitch to my strengths. They're my weaknesses. And like you said, I definitely feel like as the year progresses, I'll have opportunities to expose some hitters with the four seam up and split her down. But like I said, my strength's doing this with the ball, sinking and cutting it and making it slide rather than going north-south. But I do have those 2 weapons in my back pocket to kind of go to when I need to.
Thanks.
Next question comes from Disha Dozar.
Hey, Marcus, after that play in the eighth, it looked like you pointed to your glove and said something to the guys in the dugout there. What were you saying?
Just hyping. My guys were all hyping me up, just hyping them up, just letting them know that that's why I got a gold glove. But yeah, my guys are always top stepping it whenever there's a big time play or whenever I'm putting energy out there. So I was just kind of giving it back to them.
Do you know how many times in your career, if at all, that you've made that kind of play behind your back?
I don't think I have. Maybe once, but not like that. That was kind of, that was different because I was kind of falling off to the right and I was kind of backpedaling while trying to catch it behind my back. So it was different, but definitely instinctive and just going off reaction.
Thanks.
Next question is from Justin Toscano.
Hey, Marcus, you're a guy who's been, a great athlete throughout your career. How much pride do you take in, like fielding your position and doing things like that?
Huge. I mean, I take a lot of ground balls, man, usually in between starts and spring training. I usually go out to shortstop and take ground balls with the guys. And I feel like it all relates to when I'm on the mound. You know what I mean? Jake is the same. Jake will go out there as well. We'll be out there taking ground balls. And I feel like it just makes it easier. Whatever plays we need to make whenever we're on the mound, I feel like we're just kind of ready to rock whenever.
Right. When you look back at your start today, whether it be like a specific number or just how you felt, what were you most impressed with yourself by?
I always love going deep into games. You know what I mean? So going into 8th, 9th, 7th, like that's something I honestly truly want to do each and every start. Give the bullpen a break, as well as keep my team in position to win super late into games. And that's kind of how I've always been my whole career. And that's the one thing I've always looked to do is to get into the 7th, 8th, 9th inning whenever I'm out there on the mound.
Cool. Thank you.
Next question comes from Savannah McCann.
Hi, Marcus. Between this start and your last start here at Coors Field, you've put together 15 scoreless innings. Is there something you're doing differently to kind of prep for a hitter-friendly park like this place? Or is it just some type of preparation? Or do you just like pitching here?
I think my stuff plays well here. I don't change my game plan, to be honest with you, much. And I think because I throw an elite sinker, I think I do a good job of being able to keep the ball on the ground no matter what park I go to. And I think it plays here as well. But yeah, I feel like the guys here that get in trouble are kind of the north-south guys. And the ball is really hard to make spin here as far as sliders. Like you really have to throw really good ones, or else if you don't, they kind of just hang in the middle of the plate. So whenever I'm here, I feel like I throw less sliders and more sinkers, cutters, just because of that element.
Your next question comes from Rob Pearson.
Hey, Marcus, how's it going, man? When we talked a few weeks ago, you talked about a lot of the mental skills aspect of your game and talking to your mental health coaches and everything. And a lot of times during this season so far, it seems you're talking to yourself a lot on the mound. Do you feel like that has helped you get off to such a strong start? And is there anything that you're doing different this year that you haven't done in the past?
And the mind is everything. The older I get, that's truly what I'm learning. I'd rather be much sharp mentally than physically any day of the week, even though I am very sharp physically. I just understand how strong the mind is. And I've put my mind, I've made that a priority this year, which I haven't done in the past. So I talk to my mental coach. Usually I walk around the stadium 2 hours before the game just to kind of lock it in, just kind of clear my head, clear my thoughts. And then in between starts as well, man, I'm always trying to find clarity in my head. And I have a lot of people around me who understand that. And that's something that's a huge component for me this year, and it will be a huge component for my life. I truly believe, even when I'm done playing, I believe that mental aspect to life is extremely important. So when my head is clear and I feel super calm out there, I truly feel like I could be great. And that's just where I'm always trying to find my head, whether it's turbulent or whatever's going on, whether my body's, I always try to get back to being grounded and to being clear. And then once I'm in that space, I'm usually pretty good out there on the mound.
Thank you very much for your time, Marcus.
Thank you, guys.